What's up guys, welcome to the NRT. I know it's been a long time since I made a video, but hopefully I'm back for good. But anyways, let's just jump straight to the video, and today I'm talking about the latest One Piece chapter, chapter 980. So without wasting any more time, let's just get to the chapter. So, in chapter 980, we see the cover story of Oh My Family where Lola is asking Goatee to marry him, which is surprisingly sweet and also funny at the same time, and will be a nice to have Lola reunited with her sister and hopefully see her more in the story as well. Alright, so getting on with the chapter. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. We knew that Luffy was going to derail the plan. This wasn't a surprise to anyone. If you are a One Piece fan who watches the anime or reads the manga, know that Luffy has never followed any kind of a plan. And I don't think it's just the readers who know this, but probably the crew and the alliance would seen this coming from a mile away and probably would have formulated a strategy around this. But hopefully, we will get to know for sure in future chapters. So, Luffy derails from the plan, and here comes Zoro hoping to stop Luffy from doing that. Unsurprisingly, he does that by cutting a building in half. I mean, that's Zoro for you. I don't know about you guys, but if I wanna get someone's attention from now onwards, I'll do what Zoro does. Maybe blow up a building or set something on fire, maybe. I mean, clearly, this is another instance which shows us how clueless and free Zoro and Luffy are, and also how alike they are. So, now we have two idiots going on a rampage without a care in the world and completely forgetting what they came here to do. And I felt that Kid was probably portrayed as the readers who are mad and in disbelief, but at the same time expected them to do something like this. Now it's clear that everyone knows that Luffy and Zoro have crashed the party, which is bad and good at the same time because they just blew their cover, but they also took the enemy's attention from everyone else. But now they have a whole lot of Kaido's men on their back. But it just so happens the situation gets much worse when Queen offers his men an incentive that whoever takes down Luffy and Zoro gets a spot in the Tobiropo. Look, I don't know if he was lying or not, but that really screwed up Luffy and Zoro's chances of getting away. So, Zoro and Luffy not only have the soldiers to get away from, but also the devil fruit users. And also one of the worst generation member, Scratchman Appo. Okay, so now we get to the meat and potatoes of the chapter. So this is where the whole One Piece fandom has been divided. Because in this couple of pages, we see Zoro and Luffy getting attacked by Appo and they don't have any counter to it. Luffy almost gets beaten by him, and the only reason I am saying this is because how it was shown in the chapter, and Zoro gets cut. And the only thing that they can do is run away. So now people are wondering what just happened? Is Luffy now the strongest in the worst generation, excluding Blackbeard of course? Or did Oda nerf Luffy for this occasion? Why didn't Luffy or Zoro see his attack coming? And why couldn't Zoro and especially Luffy dodge it? Because he not only has observation haki but also future sight as well. So there were so many questions like this that I assume a lot of them want answers for. Well, to that I actually have some answers to suggest why it was logical that Luffy and Zoro got beaten or if not tested by Appo. So, first of all, we all know that Luffy is the strongest when it comes to the worst generation, except Blackbeard of course, because he's a Yonko and he's in a completely different level and he has two devil fruits and so many other reasons. But anyways, let's not talk about that. So there is no debate to that, alright? Second, why didn't he use observation haki or future sight? Because we also know that one needs to remain calm and collected when they are using observation haki. This is especially true when it comes to future sight. So when Luffy and Zoro were going up against Appo, they didn't just had Appo to deal with, but they also had a whole lot of soldiers and Smile Devil Fruit users behind them, and they were chased on all fronts. Obviously Luffy and Zoro not only had to focus on Appo but also on so many other people who were after them. So that might be one of the reasons why they couldn't concentrate and got beaten by Appo. We have seen in the initial days of One Piece that at first Devil Fruit users were considered as the main source of power, but then Oda introduced Haki and different forms of Haki to give some depth to the story. But also, we should never forget that even if someone has Haki, doesn't mean they are impervious to Devil Fruit abilities, especially ones they are not familiar with. That's what I think happened here with Luffy and Zoro as well. they didn't have time to adjust to Appo's Devil Fruit abilities, and also they were going up against one of the worst generation. And I feel like sometimes people don't take the worst generation seriously, apart from Luffy, Kid and Law, of course. We have to remember that most of the captains in the worst generation are at least third Yonko level commanders, because we have seen so many feats by them in throughout the story which suggests that they are at least in that level. But anyways, I rest my case. So in the final pages, we see Luffy and Zoro hightailing away, and then when things couldn't get any worse, Kid steps in and literally body palms Appo and squashes him, which was a perfect summation on how badly the plan is screwed. When I saw this, I was laughing with joy and disappointment at the same time. But after watching what Kid did to Appo, I don't think there is a possibility that he will get back up. But let's just wait and see how Oda goes about it. But seriously, how does anyone get away from that? I don't have any other explanation for that. So anyways, moving on. What I think is gonna happen next is Luffy, Zoro, Kid and maybe Killer will go up against any of the prominent members of Kaido's crew, maybe Queen or any of the Yonko commanders or any of the Tobiropos, because I don't think they can escape now, because everyone knows who they are and they will definitely try to capture them to the best of their abilities. But I'm curious to see how does this affect the grand plan with the alliance sneak, whether they will sneak into Kaido's fortress or will they abandon that to rescue others, because we know that they can't flee from Onigashima. They have to defeat Kaido's forces, which I honestly don't see them doing that without some other forces helping them, like the Grand Fleet or maybe Shanks. And even if the Grand Fleet comes to Wano, I don't even think that would be enough to go up against Kaido and Big Mama. But if Shanks or maybe some other figure in One Piece who's as powerful as or somewhere close to Yonko level might join Luffy, maybe he might have a chance. Let's see what happens. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and also I got some thoughts on whether Luffy and the alliance could defeat Kaido or not. So if you want to see that video, write it to me in the comment section below or like this video. So if this video reaches 50 likes, then I'll make that video. So again, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.